Plaintiff, Dr. Stephen Gluck, co-signed on an apartment for his daughter to share with the defendant and his girlfriend. However, a month into the tenancy, Stephen claims the defendant vandalized the apartment and they were threatened with eviction. Stephen's suing for breach of contract and half a security deposit. Defendant Stephen Hune says he and his girlfriend went to jail on drug charges, and that's where his girlfriend met Stephen's daughter, who was serving time for auto theft. Stephen denies owing for the security deposit because he claims he paid it in full.
All right, start with you.
Your Honor, I don't know the defendant personally. My only association with him is that he shared an apartment with his girlfriend and my daughter, Lauren Gluck. I co-signed a rental agreement for my daughter for this shared apartment. About a month later, she was forced to leave the apartment because of vandalism committed by the defendant.
What did he do?
I wasn't there personally, but I have a police report describing the incident as well as my daughter's statement.
Let me see it, please.
Plaintiff, Dr. Stephen Gluck, co-signed on an apartment for the defendant to share with his daughter, who met the defendant's girlfriend while they were both serving time in jail.
Sir, you want to tell me while he's looking?
Actually, to begin to clarify my story, back in September of last year, I had gone to jail on some drug charges, me and my girlfriend, which in fact, she had met his daughter in jail who was serving time for stealing cars. They ended up becoming good friends. We decided to go ahead and get the apartment together. He
Three criminals.
What's that?
3 criminals.
Yes, sir. And we ended up getting the apartment together. He co-signed for us. Yes, I did. I got drunk back in June. I got in a fight with her. I caused some damage to the apartment.
With your girlfriend or his daughter?
No, with my girlfriend.
Okay. And you caused damage to what?
The apartment.
Okay.
And actually that morning after, I ended up going to jail. They charged me with probation violation, evading arrest, and vandalism. But they went ahead and dropped the vandalism charge because of the fact I agreed to pay for the damages done to the apartment.
Have you paid?
No, I haven't, because what had happened is I was trying to work it out with the plaintiff. He was trying to charge me more than what the damages were worth.
Did you get an estimate?
Yeah, we went over.
What's your estimate?
It came to 15 something, I believe.
All right, you agreed to pay $1,500 at least. That's what you're saying. You agreed to pay for the damages. Why don't you finish telling me why you're suing him for the breach of contract?
As a result of his actions, my daughter was offered the option of either voluntarily leaving the apartment or being forcibly evicted. If she had been evicted, it would have been a permanent eviction notice on her record.
That's not too bad when you got grand theft auto, though.
That's a good point. Yeah, she's already a car thief, and now she just doesn't pay her bills. That's not bad. Go ahead. Comparatively, but go ahead. We're just having a little fun with her.
So she chose to leave voluntarily, but she was penalized 1 month's rent for breaking the lease early. Also, she had to forfeit her share of the security deposit. It was the total security deposit was $1,500, and I have a full description of the disposition of the security
Let's
deposit,
see it, please.
which has the
And the rent?
and that has the penalty included.
All right. Sir, he says that as a result of your actions, that the plaintiff, in co-signing for his daughter, is liable for, what is the total amount here, sir? Just circle it. And what do you say to that? And he says security deposit for the damages that you caused, and it's because he never paid a security deposit, sir?
No, that's not correct.
Did he pay a security deposit, sir?
He paid 1/2 of the initial security deposit.
And that was how much?
$750.
All right. And
No,
so
that's not
if
correct,
he
Your Honor.
paid $750, why do you want it back if there was damage to the property?
Well, the entire security deposit was forfeited, and my daughter's half of it was $750.
And it was forfeited because of his actions. Therefore, he owes the $750 that she also incurred as a loss. That's your point?
That's correct.
Sir?
Actually, I paid more than $750. My total was $1,500. I actually came up short when it was down to getting our deposit together, and I asked her boyfriend, Lauren's boyfriend, who actually has a stay-away contact, and he helped us out so we can make up for the difference. So we paid more than $750.
All right, but he's suing you because she would not have lost anything on the deposit were it not for you.
Well, when we had gone over it, Your Honor, my total damages only came out to a little over $400. So
You have that?
my deposit actually pays for
But
the damages
she would
on
not
top
have,
of that.
she would still have her deposit. She would still have her entire deposit if she didn't get evicted.
That's correct.
And she got evicted because of you.
That's correct.
Plaintiff Dr. Stephen Gluck co-signed on an apartment for the defendant to share with his daughter, who met the defendant's girlfriend while they were both serving time in jail.
$1,915 is the amount you had to pay on her behalf?
Yes.
As a result of the eviction?
Yes, I have a copy of the check.
Okay, sir, she incurred that amount of penalty because of your actions. Let me see what you have. What do you say to that? I mean, you act like...
Well, me and the plaintiff actually went back and forth trying to work something out because...
Did you work anything out?
No.
All right, then. And this is what you owe. If you didn't work anything out, you owe what the landlord has told you.
Yeah,
you
well,
owe.
I tried to work it out, and his daughter stepped in. She said, look, I'll pay my father, and me and you
Did
can work
she?
it out. I have actually paperwork saying that we
She
tried to
paid
give...
him?
No, she didn't want to pay because he changed his mind.
I need
He said-
something to show
said
he was
yes,
paid,
and then said
otherwise
no.
you owe him.
I guess. I mean,
Let me just so you understand, sir, the three of you put down deposit money and you signed the lease. She would have been there. She would have gotten her deposit back at the end of the term, and she would have been squared away with the rent. But because of your actions, the vandalism, because you got mad with your girlfriend or whomever, and you went to jail. As a result of all that, she lost her money. So who should be responsible for the loss? You should.
Yeah.
She lost it because of you. $2,666 for the plaintiff who guaranteed the contract. He was the co-signer. So as the loss was incurred by you, the daughter, and everyone else, he's the one that had to pay it. Therefore, I'm granting him the judgment. Have a good day.
She's doing quite well. She's got a new apartment and she's continuing school.
Well, I really don't have anything to say.
yeah, I just think it's funny, it came down to this. I mean,
He had a broken neck when all this came down. He couldn't work, he couldn't pay it, so.
We tried to do it man to man, but obviously it didn't go that way. He did what he had to do, whatever he got, what he wanted, his money, so.